Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are. It's MechaGM, and I apparently didn't turn something on that I need to turn on. That's fine. So this is, I'm not, alright, this is not going to be a typical gameplay vid. This is going to be me fiddling around with builds for a bit, and I'm not positive on uploading this yet, but we'll see. So, I've got a couple of goals I need to do. I need to fiddle with the Grasshopper, because that is definitely going to work its way in, because it's another heavy mech, and I'd like to have having access to another good heavy mech. It seems like it's a good idea. And two, I need to play around with the crab a bit. So, the big thing that we need to think about here, and I'm not going to save what I do here, but is Tex. We need to do something that gives Tex something.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Where he'll be able to take advantage of Juggernaut, because I'm building him to Juggernaut, so he's got to be melee capable. Is sort of the long and short of it. So, but I think the super tank melee crab has sort of. I love it conceptually, but it's not quite fast enough to do what it's trying to do. So I'm thinking we're going to do something else with it. I'm not sure what yet. So that's one of the things we're going to do. We're going to experiment with some builds today and see what looks good. But yeah, Tex is not quite at Juggernaut yet. Like, there's really good argument for buying a point of gunnery at this point and then getting Juggernaut later, but tactics wouldn't suck. Like, seriously, like, a lot of stuff that wouldn't suck. But yeah, I'm really strongly considering it. The plan is to get him in Juggernaut just because I want a melee pilot, just to have one. The other thing I'm thinking about is I'm really considering eventually respecking Buzzard. I'm thinking maybe dropping Guts and going Tactics Gunnery. And you'll see why in a second. Though that won't happen for a little while. I've been noodling on a couple ideas for the builds. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to the store here for a second. And in the store, there is a TTS Energy, which I'm strongly considering buying, because that will be a big help on one of the two builds I'm doing. So, the other thing I saw in here that was interesting was, I think it was in the equipment section. Let's just do it with all here. That's easier. Well, it's not easier, but I've found that filtering it by equipment occasionally screws things up. Yeah, there's another XL engine, which wouldn't be sucked to have. Foot Omicron, that's for jump. That's from above. It's foot. This is your feet. Yeah. This is interesting. I don't know it's what I want, but it's interesting. It's like it's piquing my interest. Like, it's plus 10% more kick damage, which is interesting. Also, it's reasonably cheap, but it's silly. There's also a mask here, but like, yeah. So that's sort of stuff we're looking at. I'm probably going to buy the TDS Energy. Let me buy that now before I forget. That is something we're probably going to work with.
Available.
All right. So storage. We're going to build the Grasshopper here.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Other stuff we've got here. I can build another Owens, either the A variety. Or the C variety. Either or. Probably a C and just like pull the stuff off of it. Yeah. Alright, let's do that right now. Let's get that over with. And throw it into storage, because I can sell that. So we can now sell that. That's nice. Plus, we got the weapon. We got whatever weapons were on that. So, is there anything else we can build? We got a bunch of stuff for sale that we can sell in here. The other thing we can build is a Centurion, technically. Yeah, we can build a Centurion. Base Centurion. There's stuff I could do with it. I'm just not sure what I want to do. So I'm just going to hang on to it for the moment. All right. So the first thing, this is all sort of experimental stuff. Okay, no, I can't. Refit, there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull stuff off here we're gonna pull the hardened armor off for a second. We're gonna pull the TSM out, and we're gonna pull the hand actuators out. And then we're just gonna validate. We might fiddle with this later. I'm logged in.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Yeah, it was just me pulling stuff off. All right, so this means we can play with stuff and look at what it looks like. So, like the grasshopper here, let us just strip the equipment. We'll put the stuff that needs to go back on. Now, for doing a melee build on this, one thing I really would love to do would be a bigger engine core. I don't have it. This is the biggest. 280 is the biggest I got, unfortunately. Yeah, we need like a 350 to get it faster. But I'll show you what. Like I noodled on a. Like if I was doing a melee build, things I'm thinking about doing. There we go. Now we got 21 tons left for other stuff. We can either go in XL. We only have a jury rig at the moment. I'd rather use a regular, but we would definitely put a double heatsink kit on this. And we're gonna put where is it? There's triple strength mimer. We're putting TSM on because, yeah, it gets us more speed for starters. Like, brings up to 5.7, which is an improvement. Our walk is 5, which is really nice, actually. So yeah, this is basically the speed maneuverability the Crab had before. I think it might be slightly quicker, but not by much. We're not going to harden the armor. That just weighs too much. It would weigh 16.5 tons of this. We'd have room for nothing else, basically. And I'd really rather put other stuff on here. All right, so I'm going to slap Guardian ESAM on. And we might as well slap a Beagle Probe on. Like, we'll just go like full EW suite here. And leaves us 18 tons for other stuff. All right, we got plenty of weight. So like I could in theory like go for a barrage of like medium pulse lasers or medium X pulses. Medium pulses generate a little bit less heat, but do slightly less damage total. I think I'm going to go with the medium pulses just because I think... Let's take a look at this. So we could, in theory, put... Actually, I want to move the Beagle Probe out of there for a second. There's a reason for that. All right. So let's say we want to go with the X pulses. Let's go with... Let's mount the maximum we can that are not in arms. All right, we have, like, no heat right now. We have 8 tons, so we could, in theory... And I would like to keep the jump jets for what I'd call obvious reasons. But that will... Let's see if we've got room for them. All right, double heat sinks. 2, 3, 4. Actually, hang on. Let's slap a light engine in this also. All right, we could slap 4 more in. That gets us to here on the heat scale. And we don't even have jump on here yet. We don't have jump jets on. All right, let's have the jump jets on, but like... I had 2 more jump jets. Oh, yeah, they're... Okay. All right, so that's what the medium X pulse is. How is it with the regular medium pulses? That's what I want to check. Oh, get off there. There we go. Actually, we're running heat neutral with that. All right, that's actually... This is a legit potential build here. We don't have a lot of reach, but it is a vicious brawler. Like, assuming the hand actuators are additive. And triple strength mimer is plus 50% more punch. So its punches would be... I wish I knew where. I wish it would list how much, list how much a punch damage does on this thing here. Melee damage 215. There we go. That is not does not seem to factor in the triple strength mimer. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the melee damage on here means. So that is a potential build, potential here. Like, this thing will do a frack ton of damage in melee. I think the close range melee damage. It's not factoring range damage. I don't know. Its punches will hit hard, like really hard. So this is a thought. This is a potential build here, is for what I'm saying. All right. So if we go back to its original build, though, that's build fault 1. Let's triple equipment again. Let's max armor again because I might as well. All right. So the other thought I was having, and this would long-term want a rebuild of the pilot. Well, probably warrant a rebuild if whoever I stick in here, but. The Core 280 in. I definitely want to keep the jump jets for the maneuverability. We're not going to put the punchy bits on, but keeping we might as well keep the hands, like they don't hurt. I'll take them off if we need room, but I'm definitely going to want to run the light engine because it'll save us some tonnage. And I definitely want to run the double heat sink kit. I'm really definitely going to want this. All right, and I'm thinking I'm going to want either what I'm thinking for this is I want the targeting computer specifically for the precise shot giving hit location thing, but we'll see. So weapon options I've been thinking about. All right, so one plan is we go full on Warhammer. Like, this is basically, it's a 70 tonner. It's basically a Warhammer. We either go with PPCs, heavy PPCs, or ER PPCs. Part of me is like, I want to use the heavy PPCs. These things are powerful and brutal, and we have no tonnage for anything but them. Basically. I don't think this is really viable. I don't think we have the weight for the dual heavy PPC. Like, I guess, actually, if we were to drop the jump jets, we could do this. That's sort of my thought. Is if I dropped the jump jets, I could do that. But like, it's already only 4.6. I really don't want that. So I think we're gonna drop that. I think we give up on that. I don't think the heavy PPCs are really the play. So that means we're looking at either ER PPCs or the regular PPCs. The ER PPCs hit slightly harder and have notably better range, but they generate a lot more heat. Like, that's not quite double, but, you know, it's creeping up on close. And they don't do a lot more damage, but they have no minimum damage, so... these are clan ER PPCs. I think that would be the play, but they're regulars, so, like... But, like... I was looking at this, and so these also have the advantage of weighing less than the. We do that with stuff like Guardian on, I guess. I'm not sure I want that, but it's a thought. It's a possibility. Actually, you know what? Let's not put Guardian on. Let's not do that. There's a reason. I think I want to save that for something. If I'm doing this particular build, I think I want to save the tonnage for something else. And maybe we pull a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We pull off another half ton of armor. We shave another half ton of armor, just so we have another full ton. So we get 10 tons remaining. In this case, we could go like 4 medium lasers and then the rest into heat sinks. And that gets us to reasonable heat dissipation, but not great heat dissipation. So, I don't know. But it gives us like a good sort of, short-range barrage. I mean, we could also theoretically do something like this and drop 1 medium laser and add another double heat sink. And that gets us to almost heat neutral. So that's a possibility. The third possibility... So there are three... I have 3 build ideas here right now. Let's pull some heat sinks off just for the moment. Pull the heat... We'll apply the heat sinks after we apply the weapons, basically. Option 3 is regular PPCs. These we lose a little bit of range. We lose a little bit. Gain a minimum range category, but they generate a lot less heat, and they don't do that much less damage. So we could go like. Go like 3 medium pulses and then we're heat neutral. Like that's the advantage. Like 3 medium pulses, 2 regular PPCs, and we're heat neutral. Like that's like legit kind of scary. I think this is actually legit. This is a legit build here. All right, option 3, from what I can see, is we replace the PPCs with large pulse lasers. And this does not change its maneuver characteristics in any way, shape, or form. We have a lot more heat dissipation than we really need. Not a lot more, actually, it turns out. Interesting. I want to check something here. Medium pulses are not that much more heat than regular mediums, so yeah. But what we could do is we could ditch the medium pulses for regular medium lasers. I guess we could theoretically throw like another medium laser here. And then we have tonnage for 1 more double heat sink, which we get to like center torso here. We're not quite heat neutral, but we have like 5 medium lasers back in a pair of large pulses. This is like legit kind of scary, but I'm not sold on this build for a couple of reasons. The main one being it just doesn't have quite the reach that I think I want on it, given its speed. That's the problem. Like those large pulses just don't have the reach I want. If I had, so if I change up the Clint slightly and pull the Elite ER Large off of that, we could run 2. Actually, here's another thought. We go with ER Larges instead. That's actually a real possibility. So a pair of ER larges, that would save... We would have... I'm just going to put a regular large on here for the moment. But 25 heat versus 18, so yeah. But, like, yeah. If I want to adjust the heat thing, I could, like, swap one of these. I think these ER mediums are 15. Yeah, the net would be... Yeah, this would be basically the... Doing that will just get me the heat levels to where it should be. We'd be heat neutral basically, with 2 ER larges and then 5 medium lasers. That would be a hell of a laser barrage. So that's another possibility. I think I like the PPC build best, but this is a legit, real option in my opinion. I think I like the PPC build. We've still got 2 tons left. Holy cow. I guess we could throw like a Beagle probe on and like add back in the half ton of armor. Yeah, so we can do that. Like, I don't have I do that or the Guardian ECM suite or what have you. I know if I do the range build, I think I want the Guardian elsewhere. But this is legit, I think. So I'm thinking one of the range builds. I'm thinking probably the regular PPC build, but this is another option. I could get pull the ER large off of the Clint and replace that with like a regular large on the Clint. The Clint doesn't really need the extra reach. So, all right. So there's all that. Let's look at the crab now. All right, so one thought I had is that we end up keeping the triple strength mimer on this. Right? Right, and we end up ditching the super heavy armor piece. I don't think that's a great idea, personally. But we keep the TSM just for the extra, like, keep the TSM and the punchy bits. And make this a multi-role mech. Is sort of what I'm thinking. All right. So the other thought I'm having is, so we've got 12.5 tons to play with at the moment. And it's very heavily armored, so like even for a medium mech, it's very heavily armored. So what I'm thinking is, what we could do is we could move the regular medium lasers to the arms. We ditch that. Go to ER mediums in the torsos. Right?
It's time for another team-building movie night. Tonight's selection is a big hit in the combine. FTG, the attack of the polymer-coated man. Attendance is mandatory. So we'll see you there.
Yeah, that doesn't work. We don't have the space for the heat sinks we need for this. Okay. That's that's the one issue I'm thinking about is we're light on space. And we're generating a frack ton of heat because of the triple strength mimer. So, like, the melee idea is something I think is really kind of interesting, but I don't think it's viable. Plus, we can't ditch the end of steel. All right, so that's something I was thinking about. It's an idea I had. I wanted to see if it was really viable. It's not. I love the triple strength mimer idea. I love the punch bot, but it's just. Maybe if we go down to regular mediums, we don't need as much heat. Actually, okay, here's the thought. We ditched the medium lasers entirely. We need tonnage, right? Is the problem? What if these were medium pulses? I guess we throw these on the arms. So we lose the medium pulses once we get into melee. God, we have no room, no tonnage though is the problem. Ugh. And we're overheating. All right. I don't think the TSM is really a plan is the problem. I really want this to be a plan. I want this to work. Actually, you know what? If we ditch the small lasers... leaves us 3.5 tons. Alright, hear me out. Do we have... We ditched the jump jets. Do we have room for... Alright. Oh, they take up 2 slots each. Damn. Okay. Damn, I was hoping... Oh, we don't have room. We just do not have room for these. Alright, yeah. Yeah, alright. We would need to do other... Okay, never mind. Shoot. Damn. Okay. I don't think the melee bot's a plan on this thing, like, beyond what we had before, which is fine. Like, what we had before was fine. But I don't think it's doable. So we're going to ditch the melee bot. Is I think the overall like what happens here. I mean, we could throw the punch increasing damage punches, but I think we'll not. So we'll throw the hands back on because why not? All right. If we need space, we need space. I'm very tempted to go to the improved jump jets on this thing. Small lasers too while I'm at it. In theory, we could like mount like this many improved jump jets. And then I think we have room. We do. All right, hang on. So that gives it a jump of like ridiculous. Gives it an 11 hex jump, which is kind of comically far. And then we could like go that, and then we have a ton left, ton and a half. Like I would love to run like this, but like. Like, we're heat neutral is the funny thing. Well, I mean, except for when we jump, like... Yeah, we are exactly thinking... We're generating the only thing we're generating heat from is movement. So, like, that's a possibility. And it's a funny possibility. But I don't think it's the right way to go. But boy, howdy, that's funny. God, that thing jumps far. It's just a little bit too much heat. I mean, like obviously, like there's an option to like drop one of the improved jump jets, so that frees up like a little bit of heat, like. Well, I mean, the problem is we still can't squeeze in another, we don't have, well, no, we have exactly enough room for uno more heatsink. That gives us room for a little bit of movement, but we will overheat if we jump full distance and shoot. So that's a thought. It's a funny thought, but I don't think it's the right thought. Alright, I think the right thought, and oh God, I really wish we had one more space in the center torso. basically, the problem is I just don't have enough room in the center torso to mount the 2 large lasers I really would love to. If we had clan large lasers, I could do what I want to do, but I can't. That's fine. All right, so we can't realistically. All right, so my actual thought, like legitimately, is basically ditch the small lasers, and then we go to. Like, that's, like, legitimately just the build, I think. Yeah, we overheat. We build up heat from jumping if we have to jump, but, like, normal walking and shooting, we're fine. Like, I think that's the build. Like, the other option is, like, going down to, like, the other and really solid option, like, I think, honestly. Like, I love the large pulse lasers. They're great, but, instead of large pulses, we just go with regular larges. Or the ER larges we could get from the Clint. We turn the medium lasers into ER mediums, I think. And then we slap on TSM, not Triple Swing Member, sorry. We slap on a Guardian ECM suite. Like, this gives us, like, enough wiggle room to, like, jump and not generate heat, but I think we actually, no, actually, I think the plan is then we slap in, like, a Beagle probe. And we swap like that. So we don't lose both. I think this might be the plan. Because ER mediums have, like, remarkably similar range. They've got very similar range to large lasers. This gives us, like, a really, really strong sort of medium long range brawler with good mobility and, you know, some electronic warfare tricks that if it needs them. Like, I legit like this build. I think this is the plan for the crab. Yeah. So those are my current thoughts on builds at the moment. When I will decide before my next recording. Record the next episode. Oh wait, yeah. This. Hang on, I almost forgot. Shit. Yeah, well, I would ditch the, ditch that for, I don't know what I'd do with a half ton on this. Like, we're like literally a point of armor shy here, like. We're literally a point of armor shy. Yeah, we're literally a point of armor shy. We're literally one tick of we're a tick of armor shy, like 5 points of armor shy, like whatever. Actually, no, we were a point over. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we are. That's the build. Yeah, I'd want the energy targeting system on this. Like, just the +1 actually, all energy weapons would be fine. The problem is I just don't know what I want to do with Tex. Tex is building into melee, and he needs a melee bot. So the possibility really is the melee grasshopper. One other possibility. All right, so other possibility just occurred to me. Let's go back to this. This requires some re-engineering here, but we end up going back to the... we end up ditching the hardened armor just for the maneuverability, because of the maneuverability. And we ditched the XL engine for safety's sake, basically. We throw the triple strength mimer back on. But this is on here for... This is because we need speed. I really wish I had another ER small. One thing I'm thinking is we could throw a couple of small X-pulses. We ditched the regular smalls here. And throw in a couple of small X-pulses. Because they're a little bit better than the... they're a little better than the small lasers, basically. Not by a lot, but a little bit. I'm debating whether I put anything in the arms. I mean, we could. We might as well, like, legit. Yeah, we just throw, like, a couple more... So what I'm thinking is we do move two of the medium lasers out, and then we go with two ER mediums in the center torso. We need the punchy bits. All right, the ER mediums are not the play. We think we go with regular mediums here. Just for the heat issues. I think we keep the regular small lasers. All right. And then we slap another double heatsink on.
There's a lot of activity on the comms. You must be in on the dropship. Probably flying fast.
I would love to slap a Guardian ECM suite on. We overheat slightly, but like that's fine, honestly, because we can just drop some weapons out, and we can overheat a little bit here and there, and that's fine. But we are significantly faster now. Like it's a faster mech, which will help a lot. We're just not as tough, is the problem. But we're harder to hit because of the Guardian. I would love to slap stealth armor on this. That would be the actual like goal at this point, would be to get stealth armor for it, but I don't think we got room. But yeah, that's a distinct possibility. Actually, you know what we could do? Here we go. I just thought of how we can fix the heat issue. Yeah. That actually, I think, is the answer. Like, yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, we have a bit, or we could actually no. We don't throw the double heatsink on. We throw in a C3 slave on. That's what we do because we're trying to get in close anyways. So giving the bonus to hit to everybody else to a thing we're getting in close to is, I think, a plan. I think this might be the play, actually. And then go for the long-range grasshopper. It's not indestructible anymore. It doesn't have the super armor, but, like, it's tough because it doesn't have the XL engine anymore. It's got a reasonable amount of punch with the medium lasers. And we could use the TTS as opposed to the fire control system on the Grasshopper if we decide we just want accuracy as opposed to the ability to call shot, which I think is actually a legit viable option. But yeah, this is probably what I want to end up with on the crab. The reinforced armor is really cool and a lot of fun. And it's been really good, but we now have like a couple of big beefy boys to take hits for us, so I think that might be the plan. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This went longer than I planned on, actually. I was not expecting this to be 40 minutes. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll come up with one of these, a couple of these plans at some point. Some of these mechs are probably gonna, like, some of my old mechs are probably gonna cycle out soon. Like the Clint is probably gonna cycle out. I want to keep the Owens just for its, you know, for its ability to carry stuff for the short term at least. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.